following TBT interview with Joe Black and CJ Connors was pre-recorded on the 9th of December 2017. The following interview has strong language that may be unsuitable for younger viewers, so audio discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Matt Burns and welcome to TBT Interviews, and tonight we've got the page, or two members of them.
Well, you've already had one of us. That's Steve Keane,
that's
but you didn't bring us in.
Where was
What's
that
going on?
invite, pal?
Whoa. I didn't even know, I didn't test it off.
We were in the building.
I think he wanted to use his American voice.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
However, during the entire interview, his American voice didn't pop out.
Yeah, it's weird how it works, isn't it?
Yeah. But I will say CJ Connors and Joe Black. One thing I will say is I've always seen you at the academy, I will say as the page, wow, you do some good work.
Thank you very much.
Give the opportunity and we roll with it to see what we can do.
I will say I've been in a tag team of quite a dominating tag team myself, but I don't think personally as much as my tag team was dominating. I think if the page were around, I think you would have actually have had the edge on us.
He's making me blush.
No, that's just being honest. I think you do actually have the edge over me and my tag team partner, which was the Welsh Dragon, and we were known as Pain Inc.
Okay.
That's a compliment. That's nice.
It's we've been in the right place, the right time, we had the right guys around us, Damo Scorpio, Big Mike Wild, Luke Basham. They've been great and they've given us opportunities to go in there and do stuff to him. It's
every match that we've done, I've loved every single one with all of them.
It's fun to see, because the one thing I will state, I've actually seen some of your early stuff. Mr. Marty Joe Black.
Yeah.
I do remember seeing that, and I will say you did actually pique my interest in keep watching, keep finding out more.
Okay. Well, my first ever match.
Yeah, from your first show on the academy.
Oh boy. That's going back, against Ajax, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The good news is I've actually. What's nice about it is I've actually seen where you've come from and where you are now, and I will say you have actually developed right on through.
No, I really appreciate that.
Both of you have got great athletics. You always seem to be in the right spot at the right time, and the one thing I will say about CJ Connors, I think he's the man deserves a medal for being one of the toughest men on the planet.
Yeah.
And held together by tape.
Honestly, we thought he was dead after going through the spear through the table, man. We thought that was it.
If I'm not mistaken, both me and my colleague Nathan, we were watching and we were like, we could see a table coming up. Who's going through? And I thought you were going to do the superplex, and all of a sudden, nope. Yeah, and as I saw that, I was like, he isn't going to hit the spear.
I purposely put the tables quite far back. I didn't tell Basham at the time. So when we done go for the suplex and he looked down and all I heard is, you. So we done that. And believe it, that's not the thing I was worried about the most in the match. He had a spot where I was sat on his shoulders and he's going to push me off and I was taking arc out. That terrified me. That literally, I was nervous. The spear, I was like, it's only going to go one way, this way. I didn't know I was going to land. I was going to land on my face.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the bit of a tribute to something like a modified, like the British Bulldogs. If I'm not mistaken, it was used. It was known as a tribute to the old school, as it's known. So I did notice that, and I thought the landing it did look nasty.
Yeah.
But I was thinking to myself how far back them tables were.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, they're not going to reach.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about it is, as soon as he connected with you, I just saw you just go flying. I was like,
I was already on the outside of the ring at that point because
I saw your face as soon as you saw him hit.
You just done the swanton, didn't you?
The swanton off the ladder, and
which I will say must have hurt, because I know how that feels.
I can tell you now.
His back was fine. It was
the chairs.
We'd both used chairs at some point in the match, and we'd both put in that corner.
Exactly where I was going to land.
So he hit the swanton, his ankle. So
I hit that, and literally the amount of pain that was going through my heel, I was literally like, okay, I'm done. And I rolled out because I couldn't breathe, and obviously no one could hear what I was saying because the crowd were going mental for us at that point.
Yeah.
And then CJ was the first one to run around and like was just like, holy shit, like, are you alright? I was just like, oh, I can't fucking know. And then after that, then I was trying to get my breath back. I looked up and noticed that when the spear spot was happening, I looked up and I was like, oh shit, he's not gonna. Oh fuck.
The thing is, I don't move after that. I remember I rolled my hips just like, okay, I can still feel down there. I can still move. That's a good sign.
Oh no, if I'm not mistaken, if you noticed, there was a lot of kids. Near the, if you noticed, all of a sudden they were back a bit. If you noticed.
Yeah. I missed that one.
No, just before you speared, they were near the railings.
Like you knew it was gonna.
And I sort of just looked. I was like, someone's going through that table. I was like, get back. Like, give him the lead, and all of a sudden, as soon as I saw you go through, I was like, incoming debris.
It was literally one of the most like brutal matches.
The thing is, that it sucked to take, but I think the worst pain I had was the week before. We worked SWA, we worked a five-way.
Yeah.
It was myself, Joe, Eddie Cobain, Damo Scorpio, and Basham. We've done a Death Valley driver on the apron. The thing is, my back hit the apron, but my legs hit the floor, so the corner of my back, and I rolled forward, and I went...
Again, you literally see me on the corner, like, as soon as I see him go down, like, if you watch the footage back, I'm there, and I'm looking at this kid going, what the fuck, like that, and I was like, well...
We thought, oh, yeah, it's going to get a good pop, Then it went,
everyone...
Oh!
Yeah.
The weird thing about it is, I can actually, one thing I can agree with you, with anything to do with ladder matches, right? The worst part isn't the tables, isn't the ladder, it's the damn chairs.
Oh, those chairs suck, man. Honestly, like I reckon I would have had a nice easy day because like, I was already bricking it. Like, it was my idea to go off the ladder in the first place because I wanted to do something big. So then, like when I was on top, and like what really sucked is that the ladder was moving anyway. So it was like vertigo up there anyway, and I literally thought, all right, well I'm just gonna go, and I thought everything else was going to be fine, but as soon as I felt that shooting pain go from my heel, I literally went, well, fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah, for myself, with my experience in ladder matches, I remember doing a supposed Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
But it was a triple threat.
I got on like a shot, back chop to...
No. I'm on top of the ladder.
Yeah.
I'm about to grab the briefcase. I'm like, oh, I've got this. And then someone drop kicks the ladder completely underneath me. No. And I had no warning.
You land on the ladder?
Oh, I just missed it. I thought, land.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to an opportunity to work a ladder match.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about it is, straight after that, I'm like, that hurt, but the next spot hurt even more. Which was, I got somebody, he wrestles a squirt. He's not the biggest guy. You know, I'm over twice his size.
Yeah.
He gets me. I'm in the corner. Both of them get me in the corner. He decides to place the chair against me. Yeah. And it's literally on me chest and whatnot. And he comes flying in. I think to myself, what dive is he doing at me? He just swung and just threw his entire body weight into it. The chair hit me right in the collarbone.
Oh no.
I'm like, I can't feel my fingers.
Receipt?
I'm like, no, it was like,
I can't. To give him a receipt.
No, I was like, I can't feel my fingers. I think I broke my collarbone.
You just chill in the corner afterwards, like, fucking bitch.
And then...
We need a swear count.
Oh, no.
We do need a swear count on this.
Colours versus black.
Who swears the most?
I think you're about 6.
I think I'm going to leave right now, mate, to be honest.
You know what, I might have to do that, get a swear count on. But the funny thing about it was, I didn't give him the receipt. I didn't need to. No, didn't need to.
Oh, go on.
Because in the moment, as he went to climb up, the other one grabbed the same chair. As he got up to the top, I get up. He literally launched the chair at him.
Oh no!
It hit him square on the head and hung on his neck.
Oh shit!
He's falling off backwards. I didn't have to catch. I then catch him midair. Right, if I drop back, he's got a broken neck.
Fuck it.
Remove chair. Slam him.
Fucking hell.
Readjust my shoulder.
Pop it back in.
Almost pop it back in. And then at some point, I'm with the third guy, who's a long-time friend of mine. Gavin, you know, his real name's Gavin Times. At the time, he was wrestling as Alex Zane. At some point, he goes to clothesline me.
Alex Zane?
Alex Zane.
Isn't he the guy from Balls of Steel?
I think
No,
so.
no, no.
The game show host.
It was like Alexander. It's like he was trying to get like Alexander.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Oh no, it was actually Alexander. That was it.
Alexander.
Something like that. And as he went for clothesline, I load bricks and think to myself, right, Square goes to do the dive. Everyone's thinking, oh, Square will do the dive. I cut him off. Everyone's thinking, nah, he ain't gonna do anything.
Did you dive?
Tope. Actually, suicider.
Oh, no.
I just literally went head first straight through, and as I landed, right in my knees.
Oh, nah.
Hit my knees, crack, and I just got off. I was like, yeah.
It's the one thing I need to invest in is knee pads, man.
The scariest thing about it is,
Still got, haven't got knee pads, man.
the hardest part about it is, I actually won the match.
Oh, okay.
When I won it, how did I win it?
You laid on the floor.
Nope. As I grabbed the case, what came underneath me again?
The ladder. Oh, so you just dropped?
I pretty much brought the ceiling down.
Yeah.
And I get the suitcase round to my chest.
Yeah.
Which way am I going?
Backwards.
Straight down.
Oh.
How'd you bump with something against your chest?
Land on it.
Ah.
You just clicked. Landed straight on my side. I thought my kidneys were done for.
Nah, I bet, man.
I thought my kidneys were done for, and then one of the lads after that show was like, I'm going for a drink. Not me now.
Edward's telling us something. One of our trainers, Edwards, when he said he worked the show, and he drove there and did a rumble, ended up doing like a suicide dive over the top somehow, like the low ceiling, ended up clipping his feet off the ceiling and landing head first on the floor. Concussion. He had to stay at the venue for about 4 or 5 hours just so he can right, I'm safe to go home.
Been that.
Yeah.
I know how that feels with concussions.
I've only ever had the one. Well, I assume I was concussed, never got it checked out. It was headaches, vomiting.
That is in, yeah, you feel dazed half the time. Like, we worked the Fatal 5-Way before, and then I went over the top, Basham clipped me over, and I smacked my head on the concrete floor.
Basham gave me my concussion as well. Cause he,
Bastard!
The first time he ever done the suicide dive that he, I think I've caught every one of them but one.
Oh, okay, no, I know where you are now.
First day of the purge.
Yeah.
We're brought out.
Good times.
And he's done the suicide dive, and his elbow has just caught me right in the eye socket. I'm on the floor, and he's picking me up. I'm on my tiptoes, like, what am I doing? You got to break the pin up. I'm like, oh, shh. right on the ring.
You had no idea
break
where
the pin
was,
up, and all I can hear is TKO, TKO. Oh yeah. And I'm dead on the floor.
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Because I've actually been knocked out in a match.
Have you?
Twice. I've had it twice.
I've been close.
What makes it worse is the same lad. I need to give him a receipt at some point. Oh wait, I did. It's a training session.
It was a training session?
No, I got him at a training session.
Right, okay, I was gonna say.
His was on a when he hit me, it was on the show. First one was he hit with an enziguri in a tag match. I hadn't done anything to him. I got in. He went for kick me, caught his leg, crack. And next minute, I just wake up with my arm up.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
You're going for the pin. My arm is automatically kicked out for the 2.
Instinct.
See, with the...
I went for tag out. I'm seeing
You can't
triple.
see anything.
I'm seeing triple.
Jesus.
Tag team partner in. As he gets in, he looks at me and goes, "Were you knocked out?" I'm like, And the other one is during a Rumble match.
Okay.
How
Don't
many
tell us knockout stories in a Rumble tonight.
Yes, that's
I've
what-
got to say
that's
it.
what I'm thinking.
It's going, oh yeah, but all I'll say to you is, it was meant to be a sequence where it was meant to be him and his tag team partner. They go for me. I duck him, go for clothesline.
Yeah.
They double duck. I turn round, double super kick. Sounds simple.
We know how that feels.
That's not the knockout point.
Oh, jeez, okay.
As I moved the clothesline, one of them spied the super kick off early. Square in the chin.
Out.
I literally I was out cold, but my body decided to do a flare bump.
See, with the
Flag
super
bump off a
kick,
and you've...
I like on your face.
Yeah.
And that tattoo on YouTube.
See, there's one on YouTube of like you see me kind of like black out. I must have blacked out a second. It was before the Purge. It was before anything. It was one of our early shows, and it was me. It was Jamie Future, and Eddie Cobain versus Basham, Sanchez, and there was Ajax, the 6-man. And we got to the end, and at the ending, like I had Ajax, and Ajax is like, even though he's beefed up on the top, he's got some scrawny ass knees, right? And he digs them into you, like right into your shoulder blade. So I'm there, and I'm like, oh fuck, what the fuck's he doing? I'm trying to like get him up, and because I'm trying to sort Ajax out, all I see is Sanchez's foot come out of nowhere, clips me right here, and I'm literally like blacked. I'm like, fuck. And so I fall back. I hit the back stabber on me, and I'm literally getting up, and I'm literally, you see my legs go, I'm like, fucking shit. And then spear, and I'm on the floor, and I'm like, do you know what? I can't even kick out. Yeah. I couldn't. I had no energy. It fucked me up big time.
Well, to continue on with this interview, one thing I want to state: how did you actually get into wrestling? What got you involved in it?
Can I go first?
For me, it was kind of like I watched it as a kid, and then like most kids, like you kind of just like zone out of it. Like some of them stay with it, some of them, I kind of moved away from it. And it was me and Ajax that we lived in Newquay Wales at the time, and I lived with them. So we watched a WrestleMania, and I think it was Austin versus The Rock. I can't remember if it was that. But what happened was we went, yeah, we can do this shit. So we started doing it on the trampoline, like fighting each other on the trampoline, and we thought we were amazing. So then I messaged everywhere.
That's always the early years.
Yeah. So I swamped him from there. So and then like we found this place. So I came along and we thought, yeah, let's do it. And like we started realizing that we were really shit. And like it made me panic even more. Because after that, then I started like, okay, this is pretty decent. Five training sessions in, I think it was my first show. And then obviously, like you've watched it, me and Ajax, we didn't exactly put on a wrestling show. It was more of a, he punches me in the face, I'll punch him back in the face. And
the difference is the one thing that's always interesting is
the way that match ended, behind the scenes. This is before I had anything to do with wrestling, but he's told me stories later that his jaw got dislocated that match.
Yeah, so
Ajax was vomiting blood, coughing up blood.
We did this.
So you basically turned it into the UFC.
We turned it into
a shoot fight.
It was literally like one of those things, like because we were panicking so bad, and I was literally like, mate, I said, if you have to punch me in the face, I said, punch me in the face.
I'm surprised you didn't get that. You didn't turn that into a thing. You don't try this at home video.
Oh, no, it's not. It's how not to.
It's one of them ones you don't go back and watch, so you don't get the footage.
Yeah, it's bad. But like we
I don't remember it. I've never seen it.
You don't.
I have matches like that. Yeah.
So one of the things, he just came at me. He just went, I'm gonna punch you. I was like, okay. So he proper clipped me, and my jaw just went. I was like, that killed. So I got really mad after that. So I clotheslined him, and I've got this move called the Pride. It was literally just like a side slam with a clothesline in a way. So I did that, but I hit it really hard, and we went backstage, and I'm trying to get my jaw back, and then all of a sudden you just see him coughing up the blood, and I was like, okay, well, first match went well. And then I just kind of got addicted after that. Like I started enjoying it more when we started doing the Purge and started doing Connors in Black as well.
Yeah.
And, like that's fun.
It's good, that is. I will say it's good to see that you're not just working in one company together.
Yeah.
You need to actually see more than that.
We've turned around and we've said that the Purge only stays at the Academy. You won't see the Purge anywhere else. If we work together, we're Connors and Black and Keane. Anywhere else but the Academy of the Purge. That's how it stays.
I mean, like a lot of people find it hard to kind of see us from more than that. So, like in other shows, like we try and have a bit more like fun in a way. Don't we, really?
It's like. It's
insults.
It's just like a generic.
I've heard some of them.
Like this one kid we did the Fatal 4-Way at SWA, and obviously he was injured.
I recently had an operation,
so I'm in the ring and I'm against Shogun J, and me and him are throwing back and forth, and I just hear Chris like in the side just nattering away. I'm like, what's he saying? What did you say to the kid?
There's a kid in a Pokemon shirt, and he does come to a lot of shows. Fair play to the kid. He likes him.
I think I know about.
So I turn around to him and say, you're sat there in a Pokemon shirt. Your parents didn't choose you. You're the mistake that they conceived many years ago.
And then there was that, and then on top of that, there was right at the start of the show, they introduced me and they said my weight and stuff, and there was this one little loudmouth little fucker in the crowd who thought it'd be really funny, just like going, "You fat bastard," and I was like, all right, so this kid's got a really long fucking forehead, so I'm gonna take the piss out of it. So I went, 231 is in my body. I said, you've got 231 pounds in your forehead alone. And then all of a sudden, just Chris comes out and goes, yeah, you inbred! Like that. And I was laughing even, I was in the match, so I was trying so hard not to laugh.
To be fair, I've beat him in many ways than just wrestling.
Oh,
I'm not going to...
Yeah, we won't go into that though, but like...
Leave it there.
It's an off-camera story.
Asshole!
We'll keep that off camera.
Yeah, cut that shit!
But yeah...
I want to know what your swear count is at the minute.
I think I'm over 100. If I'm 99, fuck it, let's make it 100.
How about yourself?
So, I never really got into wrestling as a kid. Like 10 years old, and everyone at school was raging, oh, I love these guys, and I thought, oh, you know what, whatever. And they kept talking about this guy called Rey Mysterio. And this is weird because I'm one of the bigger guys at the academy.
Yeah.
I remember the first match I ever watched was a SmackDown, and it was Rey Mysterio versus Chavo Classic, so Guerrero's dad, and Mysterio won the Cruiserweight that night. And I remember I got hooked on it.
Yeah.
I could never watch Raw as a kid, just down to the fact that over here it's at the time it was 2 AM in the morning.
Yeah.
And you still can't really watch it these days.
Nah.
No, it's always difficult.
I've given up watching wrestling. I don't watch wrestling nowadays.
No.
Surprisingly, you're not the first one to mention that.
Nah, I don't even watch a lot of indie stuff. I'm quite ignorant. I just kind of stick to my own.
I've got into a lot of indie stuff.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Don't get me wrong, but I won't go out my way and watch it.
It's like I keep saying to him, like he introduced me to this guy, Marty Scurll, or however you say
Scurll.
That's
Marty
the one.
Scurll.
That's the one I said. Right?
The villain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I fucking love him, mate. He's awesome.
Joe Henry?
And Joe Henry. Yeah.
I just love his songs. That's it.
That's all right. I interrupted.
Well, yeah. So I was always like a closet wrestling fan because when you get into secondary school and you're like 15 years old, I always had ambitions. I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And I didn't really look into it because I kind of figured the nearest one I could find was Portsmouth, which I know nowadays is like the bollocks.
When you're a kid though, like travel's pain in the ass, isn't it?
Yeah.
But nowadays I know, back there's Dudley. Like, I never done that.
For myself, when it came to training school, when I first started, to me, once I found my school, which was a friend of mine that found it in the local newspaper.
Okay.
He went, Charlie, told me about it, and I went, and ever since I never looked back.
Yeah.
Now the scary thing about it is, at that time, I personally thought that was the only training school around.
Yeah.
And then as I started doing it, as soon as I started doing it, and then all of a sudden I met a few people. I didn't know about this place, but I then all of a sudden did like a little map and just started.
Yeah.
And I just went, hang on, I'm here thinking there's only one school. There's about 15 around me.
Yeah.
I've been to 3 different schools, but not a case of I've been there. I went to AWW the once, and I trained there, and it was like a one-off.
We went to Lee Hunter.
I trained with the Hunters for a session as well, but that's just because the case we had to introduce ourselves, meet them,
Yeah.
we got to work them. And I've just primarily been in the academy. Like the way I got into there is, still a wrestling fan. I mainly worked in hospitality. So it's hard to get weekends off.
Yeah.
I booked it off because I saw that Basham had been doing it. And I used to go to school with Basham's brothers my age. Basham's 6-7 years older than me. I don't know. So I've known Basham for about 15 odd years. I used to play football with him Sunday league. I thought, yeah, I'll go along. So me and my mate at the time, Mike, we went and we got absolutely bladdered. Come to a point where I've got home. We've trapped Basham as a local celebrity.
Funny, the really annoying thing is the fact that the first show he did, what I did, he was pissed in the crowd.
Oh, it was the first ever show. If you watch all the footage back, I'm just stood there at the bar doing that.
And like the most annoying thing is
if you watch all the matches back,
he's there. But like the most annoying thing is after the show we came out and we introduced ourselves because obviously we were a new promotion, and then he comes up to me and he's high-fiving me and go, mate, you were fucking class and all that kind of stuff.
Him.
And then legit after, so I'm there, I go to the training session, I'm like, who the f is he? And then like legit, like I didn't really speak to him much.
I remember the first time I met you, I'll get there. But then the second show, I went, I got absolutely bladdered. Well, not absolutely bladdered. I said, oh, no, I'm going to behave. No. But the second show, I think my bar bill was close to about £80 between two of us. We just got there.
Is that your highest record?
No.
What's your
It was
record?
between two of us. I don't know. I used to go out in Shrewsbury, and 120 quid wouldn't really last me.
Jesus.
Was that yourself?
Christ.
I just buy around, but like,
Mostly himself.
yeah,
So you got plenty of way to go to beat my record, yeah?
yeah, probably.
Which is...
You've got more to like hold the alcohol
Of
though.
course, but I went out on one night. Somehow I literally got back, and as I checked my wallet, I just went, uh-oh.
See, that makes me
My
feel
bag,
shit.
you know, as soon as I tell it, I just goes, my bank's going to be complaining.
Well, I don't count change because I look at my wallet now and say, oh, I've only got a tenner, but
Oh, no.
realistically, I've got like what?
I have a tenner in
£8
coins.
in pound coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take this into account. I spent £180,
Fuck that.
and that's without taxi or anything.
See, I can go out and get
And
shit
that's
faced on
without
20
even
quid.
counting change.
Because you get all the guys to buy you drinks.
Exactly, mate. Mate, if you've got a talent, use it.
Weird stories about uni boys and girls. But anyway, so done the second show, got absolutely wankered again. And I was like, I remember talking to Basham, had a match against, he was with Sanchez, and he faced Cobain and Future. So we done that, and I remember talking to Future, and Future was like, oh, you know, if you come try it, yeah, I can do this, fuck yeah, it looks easy. Got to a training session, and I'm like, oh shit, everyone's like, you're a fucking mess, you are. You're a fucking mess.
Let me guess. What would you like for your first bumps?
They weren't that bad.
No.
It's not the worst thing I'd ever done.
See, the worst, like the first bump's fine. It's when you have to do like 10 in a row. That's when it starts.
first session.
Starts, yeah, it starts
I
working.
remember they used to call out about how many bumps we took. And I remember it was just back bump, up
Yeah.
and feed, back bump. And like,
The
Sick.
dress.
It starts
Yeah.
taking its toll afterwards.
Yeah.
but yeah, we done that. And I'd still never heard of him. I've watched him twice on the shows. I've been that pissed. I've never actually heard of him. I remember once we went to a WWE live event. And
Yeah.
I'd met him there, and I'm like, oh, you seem cool. Oh, you seem cool
That's
too.
when he told me he was the piss guy in the crowd.
So he knew of me. I'd never of him.
Well, no, because I felt special. I thought someone thought I was cool. It just turns out it was this bellend.
You're alright nowadays.
No, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I feel the love,
We always just thought, oh, you know, I'd love to have a match with you. Oh, I'd love to tag with you, and it was just a joke, and it ended up,
Kinda
you know, we
happened.
start that April maybe,
Yeah.
and then come the next year,
Purge. And
no,
then-
December, because we tagged together pre-purge, me, you, and Keen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the start of it.
The one thing I find with wrestling is a lot of serious tag formations, gimmicks and everything.
Yeah.
Usually sometimes comes from from a simple joke, a simple laugh, and then all of a sudden it goes from a simple laugh into a big blown full thing.
Yeah.
And it somehow works.
That's like, it's like the way me and Keen got put together. I remember my debut was last November, October. First show at the Kushinkai, and it was just based on we had similar gear. The two guys I know what to deal with. Oh, I've got similar gear. Yeah, I'll put them in a tag match, and that's kind of how we got together.
Yeah, I was going up against Damo that day, wasn't I?
Yeah, and then you were messing around with the Holloway Corporation.
Yeah. Good times.
And then from the Holloway Corporation, it's kind of like we snatched Joe away and kind of let's have some new shirts.
Yeah.
And we don't own them though, so.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Don't look at the skull.
One thing I will say, have you got any favourite opponents? Any favourite opponents?
I've always liked working Damo and Basham. I'm not saying it because one of them's in the room, but it's just kind of we don't do the same stuff, you know.
Yeah,
we,
flows as well.
Basham was my first singles opponent.
I can actually agree with that. I can actually agree with that. Each
Yeah.
time I've seen you go against them, you haven't always done. And what I find is a lot of wrestlers do like,
Yeah.
they'll get together, it's like, I will do the usual.
Same match we did there.
You
Same
don't
match we
want
did
to
No,
there.
you
Yeah.
don't want to do that. You want
Yeah.
to do something different each time.
Yeah.
So it makes it more, so each time, if somebody else sees the match, if it's different then, it's like, oh, what are they going to do next?
Mm.
I don't think we've disappointed since.
I enjoyed working Gym Hunter.
Yeah.
It was interesting, and it was the day after my birthday, so I found out I was working both for Hunters, and then I found out I wasn't. I was like, oh, yeah, no, we'll make it work, because we're still fairly new in the game, and they're big opponents, and you know, try and get a leg off them. So that's kind of one that stands out.
Yeah.
We didn't go too far overboard. We
kept it nice.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's still one that it kind of stands out. Favourite matches?
6 men.
That with the Italians or the no DQ?
The Italians and then the no DQ, because like that one was just the response the crowd gave us as well.
Yeah,
and, like,
that night it was amazing. I remember
the things we thought of, like it just weren't like.
I remember watching it myself, and even I was saying, I was thinking to myself, either we're going to need an ambulance or we're going to be just calling the morgue.
What was cool about that match is we got backstage afterwards. Oh no, the match before us. Who was just there? I remember looking around and thinking, "There's no one here. There's a match going on. Everyone's up on the balcony."
Yeah.
And then that match finished. Obviously, we went out. We done our stuff. All keeled over, crawling back. I was absolutely I couldn't breathe. I'd been speared through tables and had Basham hand on me. I got to the back and like, where is everyone? And you kind of like realise that everyone's up on the balcony and they just kind of watch what you do, and
it was cool because everyone showered in afterwards and they were shaking around, saying that
goosebumps.
That was amazing.
It's like great enough the crowd is when like your peers do it as well.
Yeah.
It's one of them. It's.
I can definitely imagine that being quite a bit of a special moment because you've got more of the endorsement of your peers and everything.
Yeah.
And it must have felt special for yourself to have such a big match as well. And the good thing about it is when I was watching it myself, it did have that big match feel, and even everything was just done brilliantly.
The spots got bigger and bigger and bigger.
It was literally. I'm thinking to myself at one point. I was thinking, how high is this bar going to get raised?
I think we reached.
It's all fun and games till someone falls off the balcony.
Yeah. But I say as well, like there was the was it Coast to Coast?
Yeah.
Like, one of my favourite bits on that was it was me and Keane in the corner, and Basham and Damo, like Basham was trying to get this chair in front of my face, but obviously because the ropes are too big, the chair wouldn't slide in there. So I'm there like an idiot, and I'm like, okay, I'll just hold it here like that. So I'm like not protecting my face, and all I hear is, oh, I'm like, okay, well it's about to, and literally, it just left my hand. It went, I literally sat there for ages. I had the ref like literally squeeze my hand. I couldn't even squeeze back.
Because after that, I thought I'd done my neck in because we'd done a Spartan for DDT, and I just remember going.
Is that on the bacon trays?
After the bacon trays.
Oh, after the bacon trays.
And then I just remember I was like, I had to wiggle my toes and like,
yeah.
The one thing I will say about your tag team style that does look really well is that you've both got a bit of a different, unique style.
Yeah.
You've got one of you who does the more athletic stuff, the high flying, and yourself is pure aggression.
So I just leave him to do like all the
cool shit.
Yeah.
I won't say you did the cool
No,
shit.
but the thing is, you also, as much as with aggression, I've seen you do one spot against them at one point. I actually thought you broke him in half.
Was this the scoop slam on the stairs?
How did you know?
Because it looked brutal.
Because I remember getting a video going, oh, that's Dana in the hospital.
I'm watching this out, and I'm thinking to myself, he's just broke his back.
Yeah, it's fine. You could have grabbed me after.
But then on the last show I saw you at, the chair shot.
Yeah.
I have seen many chair shots, but I've never seen one in person that brutal.
Yeah, it's alright. I walked out. I didn't walk out.
No. You don't walk out. You more or less got carried out, if I recall.
No, that's what I like. Like for big guys, we can do the stuff that the little guys can do. But that's what I think makes us a little bit different in a way.
But at the same time, you both switch it up as well, because I've seen yourself do some high flying stuff as well.
Yeah, but I miss my stuff most of the time.
Well, it's always interesting to see. One thing I will say with British wrestling and everything, it seems to be on like a bit of a massive roll and everything, doing quite well for itself. Is there any way you see the British wrestling scene in 5 years' time?
Well, British wrestling is at its peak at the minute. You know, there's more eyes on British wrestling nowadays than there is on American. So, you know, where can that go? There's a lot of eyes in Japan as well, but maybe British wrestling can peak over the edge. You know, we've got a lot of big promotions over here, like Pro Wrestling, IPW. You know, hopefully we can start doing shows that would outsell Wrestle Kingdom.
To be honest, I reckon like the way we're going at the moment, the academy's gonna just keep on growing up.
That's the thing. Each time I've gone, it's always producing great stuff, getting bigger, better, bigger, and it shows, and it's great. One thing I want to point out is there any opponents that you haven't faced that you do want to face? That you'd be interested in going against?
I reckon strong style would be pretty cool. British strong style.
Is this a team or?
You can either do it
Anyone?
as a team or as a singles wrestler.
Might as go.
Yeah, straight away.
How about yourself?
I don't know. What a weird thing. I want to work a hardcore match with Drew Parker. I don't know why. It's just one of them things like, oh, it sounds like a cool idea.
The Itch and Pinch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind actually doing
It's
like
a meeting tonight, actually.
Yeah.
like doing a proper tag match with the Hunters as well.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
It's something. It's very special once you have your first one with them.
I want to.
Yeah.
I want to work the Metro Club as well. As a literally not Purge, but Connors and Black. But it's a case, you know, Dan is on borrowed time. You know, he's walking out soon. So it's that's just the only downside to it, really.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully we get a chance to do it, but
But to be honest with you, with wrestling, it's always on a borrowed time.
Yeah.
you
It's
never
always
know
is.
what's happened to you, do you?
Because with myself, I've only just recently got back into it myself.
Yeah, you were Stoke in the
Yeah.
didn't you? You and Big Rich had a
Don't remind me.
chops.
Oh no, my ribs are still recovering because I got pretty much world's strongest slammed in almost to the ring.
Jesus.
And as I landed, I went to get off. I was like, no, I ain't getting up for a while.
So what you need to do is
Oh no, as I went to get off, all of a sudden I look up and just see the elbow dropping down.
when you see someone that looks vicious and you don't want to like wrestle against them, just do what I do and tag with him.
That's a compliment.
Don't tempt me there. Don't tempt me there. But the thing is, I saw the elbow coming down. I was thinking to myself, it was like I just saw like a flash of me wrestling like before me.
To be fair, I have worked with him before and I did beat him.
It was a house show, didn't count.
But is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
My mum.
Chris's mum. Anyone else?
Not really. Just.
I want
back
to
at the
shout out to
academy.
Basham for giving me the opportunities that he's given me.
You know,
Thanks, man.
we've got our next show, Kushin Kai Martial Arts Dojo.
Tables match.
Tables match Saturday the 16th of December.
Big stuff.
Big stuff.
Big stuff going.
Someone's dying.
One definitely.
Yeah, you don't
It's
want to
a stacked card, you know.
Show.
I'm definitely going. I'm definitely there.
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you got Cobain and Basham for the title.
The two biggest matches of the night, you've got us and Damo, that whole story,
Yeah.
accumulated over a year.
Yeah.
And then you've got Basham and Cobain, which is, what, 2-3 year storyline?
That
Isn't
it
it?
is.
It's
gonna be
commitment.
brutal as well. It's going to get intense.
I can't wait to watch it myself, and that's the thing.
I can't wait to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same for myself. I can't wait to just be there just to see how, because it's great to see big feuds coming.
We've got some pretty like fucked up shit planned for people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know, I just can't wait to hear the Purge music again.
Can't wait to wrestle. I haven't wrestled in 3 months, man.
I will say, hearing the Purge music live in person is great
Give you tingles.
as well. I've definitely.
I get tingles.
I know. I've actually listened to it live with them on stage.
Have you
listened
instead?
to-
Oh,
Yeah,
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
I've actually seen them about 4 or 5 times.
The Purge music. The
Absolutely
the
brilliant.
vengeful one really
Yeah,
introduced
but
me to
not
Disturbed.
on yeah, but we made it famous, so. You know.
It's brilliant. So,
We're the best Purge.
is there anything you want to plug for yourself, or anything?
Do you want to buy a Connors and Black shirt?
Connors and Black shirt.
Where
That's pretty much it.
where can they buy them?
Us.
Basically, find them on social media. Give them a message. They'll probably tell you what
We'll
the deal
get
is.
you a design in the video somewhere.
Yeah.
They'll fit you in. Is there on social media? Where can people find you?
So I don't really use social media. I don't use Twitter. I've got a Facebook page, which is CJ Connors Wrestler, and that's about
I
it.
think mine's just Joe Black Wrestler. I think.
Yeah.
But
Not a big user.
I mean,
of it.
if you want to find out where we are, it's like, you know, you should just pop on there, and we should be putting the posters and the dates up anyway.
Yeah.
You know, because hopefully next year it's round packed. You get what I mean?
And one place I would highly recommend anybody to check out is like the Academy Wrestling social media as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of our stuff's on there.
Yeah.
A lot of our interviews we do all get put up there. Photo shoots we do.
Yeah.
And just general information about what we're up to nowadays. You know, Academy's a great community as well. Like, there's no egos, we're all family there.
Yeah, no, that's the good thing.
That's
about
one thing.
Yeah.
I've actually popped down to the training school, and it's done in such a way. It's not just all together and everything.
No.
You split it up into two classes.
We've been
But-
commended by Pete Dunn and Tyler Bain, and I've said, well, this seems like one of the best training facilities in
It's,
this.
Yeah.
No, I can actually agree with that myself,
Yeah.
because it's not just training
No.
together. It's like a bit of a family together as well.
Yeah, well, it's like
We'll make sure we meet up as well.
a lot of things is as well. It's like if you see someone struggling, we don't get like pissed off with them or anything like that. It's literally,
Don't
legit
discourage.
you just take them aside and just help them out instead. You know,
It's almost got the feel of, you know, check your ego at the door,
it's
Yeah.
pretty much it. Yeah.
which is a great environment, and I have to say it's probably done wonders for many people
Yeah.
and whatnot. So if anybody wants to go learn to wrestle,
It's probably
the
the best
academy
place to go.
training, I'd recommend
we
it.
train every Friday,
Yeah.
7 till 10. First session's free.
And is there any last things you want to shout out? Anybody want any shout outs or anything?
Fuck the revival.
No. Yeah, no, what he said.
So with that, thank you very much for being on the
Pleasure.
show.
Appreciate it, thank you.
So with that, thanks very much for watching us. You can find us on social media, Twitter, Instagram and everything. We've got our website, which is www.thebainingtruth.co.uk. And we want to give a quick personal shout out to the UK Wrestle Fan Zone and Liam Pinches, who's doing the recording, so we appreciate that.
And a boy Luch.
Thanks very much. So with
Stepping
that, we'll hopefully see you either at the next broadcast, the next interview, or the next review. Till then, stay safe. Ladies and gentlemen, this interview was done by The Burning Truth. Also, this interview was recorded by the UK Wrestle Fan Zone, also known as the UK WFZ.